you think? Why do you think P Diddy is in jail right now? There's such a huge investigation going on. The freak off parties, and I was in New York. In fact, I had gone to see Diddy. I've never told anybody this story. I went to Diddy. I went to New York. Okay. My manager at the time was this guy named Andre Mendoza. All right. His other name is Hollywood. We call him Hollywood. So Andre says, let's go to New York. I was living in Atlanta at that time. He says, let's go to New York. We're going to get a deal. I got people. It's like, okay, cool. Because he loved my music, and, Dre is a cool guy. Dre, he was a very cool guy. So, still is a great guy, But we go to New York and we meet with his friend. Now, his friend's name is T Vic. Now, I don't know if you remember Diddy Dirty Money. You remember Diddy Dirty Money? Mm-hmm. All right. That was Diddy and these two girls, Kalina and Dawn, these two girls from Diddy Dirty Money. It was Diddy and Dawn and Kalina. Okay. All right. Kalina's husband, his name is T Vic, Tony Vic, Anthony. All right. T Vic is Andre's best friend. They grew up together. So Hollywood, Dre, was taking me to meet with T Vic because at the time T Vic was like P. Diddy's right-hand man, and T Vic is Kalina's husband. So they were in the studio when they took me, and T Vic was sitting with me outside, just in a restaurant type of situation like this. But P. Diddy's studio is in a building. It's called Daddy's house. So I don't even like calling him Daddy because that's it's called Daddy's house. That's what he called the studio. Okay, so we're downstairs and T Vic, we're just chopping it up, guys, we're here, like we're in the music industry. We're talking about business. We're talking about, things that can happen. The guy leans over to me. He says, look, I'm going to take you up there to meet Diddy. You're a cool guy. I like your music. You got talent, you got skills. I'm going to take you up to meet Diddy. But I want you to understand something. I don't do what they do. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, what do you mean I don't do what they do?
Don't roll like them.
He says, I don't do what they do. And I was like, so I just kind of just brushed it off like, I didn't want to dig too much because I didn't want to sound like I don't know what's going on too much, so you just kind of pretend. Come to find out, what this guy was talking about was the homosexual mafia type stuff. Like doing crazy sin, like deep sin, like the ancient Romans, like the ancient Greeks, like sinning on a level where how they worship the ancient gods, right? Where men were on men and women were on women. And they even wrote about it in Romans. Paul the Apostle writes about it in Romans. He says men with men and women with women, working that which is unseemly. You understand? Yeah, okay. It's in the book of Romans. It's in Romans 1. So this is what he was talking about. He was like, look, I'm taking you up there, but I don't do what they do. So come to find out, it's this homosexual mafia stuff that they do. And that's part of the reason why I was so disappointed. I was like, bro, I thought this was about skills. I thought this was about talent. Bro, this stuff is about homosexual mafia. And do you know in Biggie's, you remember Notorious B.I.G.? Yeah. Remember the video for Big Papa? I wonder why they call me Big Papa. Remember that video? Mm-hmm. That song was such a huge hit worldwide. If you check the video, you'll find that Biggie walks up to this lady and starts talking to her in her ear. That line, how you doing, Biggie? Remember that part? Yeah. That same lady goes to the men's restroom and uses the urinal like a man. Just watch the video again. You'll see what I mean.
Big Papa.
Big Papa. You remember that song? I wonder why they call me Big Papa. Yeah. She uses the urinal like a man. In fact, there's two guys on either side of her, and she's in the middle. She pulls up her miniskirt. Like they've been pushing this agenda.
Oh, yo. And I just found, I think the guys are, yo, I just found that part, that exact part.
What are the odds?
Can you nini here? Like I found the exact part.
Is that crazy or what?
Nisongeza karibu. Unaiona? Unaiona? Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo. Ndio hiyo, and then there. Oh, bado iko mbali kidogo. Ngoja nikurudishie nyuma. Unaiona? There you go, hapo. Hapo, then ona. Ona. You've seen it. Kwa nini umeipata ama hujaipata? Oh, wow. And I just found the exact part the minute you're talking. Oh, wow.
You see? So, why are they putting women who are actually transvestites transitioning from male to female? And that guy looks like a female. That guy like that could really pass for a female. Like if you look, he really looks like a female. So,
yes, he does.
So they were pushing that stuff way back then.
So wait, did you go to Daddy's house?
I went up, but I met Diddy. Uh-huh. I met Diddy, and he was there with Kalina from Dirty Money, and this rapper by the name of Red Cafe. Red Cafe was up there too.
Okay.
So when I went in, and T Vic introduced us, and he says, "Okay, that's what's up. Nice to meet you guys, et cetera, et cetera." He came out from a back room, and I was in the main studio, and they were listening to a new record that they were about to release. So I was like one of the first persons to hear the record, But so he comes out, and we just had a short word with him, et cetera, and then we left. So it didn't go anything beyond that, but. I know. I mean, it was.
Fuchs.
It was.
It was
this close. It was this close. But it was. At the time, I didn't know what T Vic was talking about. But now I understand. These are homosexual mafias, and the reason why the initiation is a homosexual ritual is because that's how they know you're really in. It's not like. You just signed a document. No. When you're in, you're in. And the ritual is about transferring a spirit from him into you. So
I have to sleep with another man.
Exactly.
For me to make it in Hollywood.
That's why I was so disappointed. Why do you think all these stars, especially the black ones, but just the white ones too, why do you think they're dressed up in dresses? Why would a man put on a dress? Look at Kevin Hart putting on a dress.
Mama count.
Look at all these guys putting on dresses. So I was disappointed. I was like, man, this is disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I didn't have to do any of that stuff to make it back in Kenya. But then again, Kenya's like that big, So
apart from homosexuality, which other thing do they do to initiate someone into the...
Bro, it is Satanism, bro.